All right, so now it's my turn to give this a shot, and I have pretty heavily prepped this file, but there are no like keyframes or anything, and I probably will probably will go over, but we'll see. All right, Jake,
That's totally fine.
give me a countdown
All
here.
right, here we go, Andrew. It's three, two, one, start.
Okay, there we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is in my buttons, which are pre-comped, and even the buttons within that pre-comp are pre-comped, I'm going to use a tool from School of Motion's very own Zach Lovett called Flex. I'm going to make a line rig, and then so line rigs need a container or else they stretch to the bounds of the comp. And then in the gutter, there we go. This is just about right. And then let's see here. So I want these to kind of pop up one by one. So it flex when you move one thing, everything else scales to it. It's a little big. All right, and then how long do I want? 1 second. We'll just do 1 second. Okay, reverse those, and in, out, and then, so as this guy shrinks, I want the pills to grow, and then as the pills grow, I want the eject button to grow. Okay, so as this line comes up, let's animate this path.
If there's ever a MoGraph Games
Points
like
follow nulls.
speed competition, like you are miles ahead of me.
Uh,
Watching you work is fascinating. This is you've added so much so quickly.
Thank you. I guess I have a lot of free time. No, I guess I really do like trying to save those clicks is how I think of
Yeah.
it. Because every click, if I can do something that's a little faster in a different way, then it's all going to add up. So that instead of obsessing about the same thing all day, I can obsess about like 3 or 4 things all day. Okay. And clone. Okay. Okay, you know what? That's good enough for 15-minute.
Yeah.
Okay. And when these pills come up, I want them to shake and right. So I'm going to set I have a preset that adds an amplitude and frequency slider, and then I have a K-bar that adds a wiggle that's linked to it. But in this case, I have to link to the sliders manually, which is just an obscene waste of time, if you ask me. So those are going to come up to, I don't know, 30, and they're going to, how many times a second? Like 6, maybe? And let's just, okay, cool. And then we're just going to copy.
That's the benefit to tying your wiggle expression to sliders is that you can keyframe them on and off.
Okay, cool. And now I'm going to use my most seldom used preset called LSD.
LSD.
We're going to drop a little.
Oh, wow.
So I got this. I watched, I don't know if you're familiar with Imoni LaRussa. Have you heard of her?
Oh, yes, I have. I certainly have.
Yeah, I would figure so. But she did a tutorial on psychedelic stuff like this. And so I kind of extracted a few of the points and made a preset called LSD that I just never use. Okay, so then this button comes up, and this is where, let's see here, 1, 2, 3. Let's add a
You are at
transform.
11 minutes 5 seconds, just so you know.
Oh, this is going to be tight. I think I bit off more than I could chew, to be honest.
Well, you're already animating 3 icons, which is already above and beyond. So
Let's just see how it goes. Okay, so it's gonna click, and then it's going to clone. So the thing about the clone button on the Motion 3 is that it doesn't leave your cloned keyframes selected. Just for all those, I know everybody was thinking it, so I thought I would just say it. Okay, so then as this pops up, okay, so when this comes down, I'm going to keyframe, let's see here,
I don't know if you heard that, but my dog just groaned at you.
Oh gosh.
Just a big, long
Yeah.
groan.
Yeah. I get that. I get that a lot. Okay, so we'll just pop these back here and make them hold keyframes, and then I'm just gonna. Oops. Does that not work? I'm just gonna flip them.
I see.
Why
Basically, like inverting or swapping the colors.
Yeah, but I didn't. Let's see.
That's
I think
strange.
I just grabbed. Yeah, I just grabbed the wrong one. Oh, it's because I linked them. Idiot. Why did I link And
Those darn
then,
expressions.
yeah, expressions can get you. Sometimes they take way more time than they're worth. And so how does that look?
Oop.
Okay, so it's gonna pop down, and then as it pops up, then we want. Nope. Separate the dimensions and then drag these up, and actually 1, 2, 3. We want a little anticipation, as I learned in animation boot camp. Valuable part of the animation process.
Yes, it is.
Okay, let's do this.
Look at that graph editor.
We want
Working
it,
it like a wizard.
really pull on those keyframes. That's
Love it.
sorry, that's I feel like whenever Joey describes pulling on keyframes, he never just says like pull on the keyframes. He says like really pull on those keyframes.
Yes.
Okay.
You gotta get those curves nice and smooth.
Okay, so let's see. How does this?
We are at 8 minutes 14 seconds.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the essential part next, which is when this. Oops. When this button is moving up, slightly after it, we're gonna eject the patient. Okay, that's okay. That's good. It's good enough. And
Yes.
separate. Actually, I don't want to separate these. Just set a keyframe and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll see. We'll put him over here. Okay, and also rotate. How does that? Oh, get a little of that.
There he goes.
It's a little quick.
Yeet.
Okay, and it's a little funny. 7 minutes. I don't think I dare try to do anymore. We're gonna bend him though. We're gonna bend him. CC bend it. Does this work? Yeah. Okay. I need to grow.
That's
bounds,
great.
but...
That may not work on a shape layer. Or it's a pre-comp. So does it work? Yes, it does.
Oh, you're
I
right.
should know. I just made a video on this effect, but it's always confusing how it's going to behave on a shape layer versus a pre-comp versus a standard layer.
Yeah, I always just guess. And if it doesn't work, I do the other one. Okay, I need a little more grow bounds.
Which, if you don't know, grow bounds is just increasing the bounds of his layer from where you see the transform controls, the boundary of his layer. It's just giving it a margin, like an offset paths, to fill out that effect so it doesn't crop it off where Andrew doesn't want it to.
Thank you, Jake. That's actually super helpful because then I was not thinking about trying to talk my way through it. So let me just reveal to you some of my lack of knowledge in After Effects. Oops. So here's how I am going to try to wiggle these numbers because I want to posterize them. I don't know how posterize and wiggle, the posterize time and wiggle. I've never figured out how to get those two to work in the same expression. My wiggle always still gradually moves from one to the other.
Okay.
So what I do is I just I link it to a slider and then I wiggle the value of the slider. Let's see here, 10. Cool. I guess I didn't need to keep the second one. Do you know how that works?
I've never tried that. I didn't realize that posterized time had any kind of limitations. I thought it was a universal, no matter what you type in the expression, that's how it works. Um, but a quick fix would probably be using the posterized time effect so
Oh,
that
right.
it,
That's what. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to try to do.
okay, instead of the expression.
Right, exactly. When I do the expression, it either throws me an error or oh wait, throws me an error or it doesn't work. Okay, so these are doing this, and for the sake of time, I'm just going to pre-comp these and apply the posterized time.
Nice.
Two.
Which is just an artificial frame rate control, so you can drop it to whatever you want.
Oh, I don't know if I'm going to make it. So the heartbeat is going to be snake path. So I have made a preset available for free, everybody, and it just it creates a frame. It's on a delay. The y value of the path points will follow each other. So let's grab.
Yeah,
this.
if you guys didn't know this already, but Andrew is making a lot of really fantastic tutorials for Ukramedia.
Oh my gosh, Jake.
And you should all be watching them. I mean, if you don't know about Ukramedia, I feel like they don't get enough attention. Sergey is fantastic with expressions. Andrew is right there with him.
Oh,
and
that's an unfair comparison.
Well, he comes across that way. And the tutorials that have been posted on YouTube lately are just, I mean, you will pick up so many tips so fast that you're like, how did I not know this about After Effects?
I will say, Sergey's daily 1 minute tips, I have learned so much, and I often wonder how many years of my life I've wasted not knowing the stuff he's trying to teach.
Yeah, that's the YouTube Shorts, which I think I don't know, they probably just show up on his channel as well, but you should all go watch all of the YouTube Shorts that Sergey's been putting out, because like I said, 60 seconds or less, you will learn so many tips and tricks.
Okay, so now we're gonna loop that out, and let's
250 left. I'm supposed to be keeping time here for you.
Come on, Jake, you had one job.
But look at that, you've gone ahead and made a EKG, right?
Yeah, basically. And spoiler alert, I actually made this for a paid project, the script, to make exactly what I just showed you.
Wow.
So it's a little bit of cheating there. Okay.
Well,
so
it's efficient is what it is.
Oh, the lazy smart. Okay, I guess I didn't expect to get this far, so I'm gonna put a fastbox blur on here, and then right here. Oh, actually, wait, I just made a shape layer. An adjustment layer with another fastbox blur, and I'm just gonna do like a real easy rag focus, because why not, you know? Okay.
Yeah.
So he starts out completely dead.
Oh yeah, his heart's just not beating.
It happens. Okay, and we'll rack focus like right here. Okay.
Don't forget to track your time.
The what?
I said your toggle notification that comes up for me all the time too.
Oh, thanks.
You got 1 minute 27 seconds.
Okay, I think I'm gonna make it. So this is
I think you are too.
5, and this will be 0, and we'll just.
You're getting to a finished product.
We'll just do this. So beep.
Bling.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Okay. I'm just gonna render it.
60 seconds. You're rendering, including the render time. Wow,
Oh, yeah,
you came under time. Fantastic.
I mean, it's not. This is a prototype. It's a
exactly. Yeah.
Cool.
And it's an exercise.
All right. Well, let's see here. No need to waste any more of people's time. Thanks for doing this, Jake. This was a lot of fun.
Of course, it was a lot of fun. Good job.
All right. Yeah, you too.